Viewers, Assalamu alaikum. And this is your host and host Aijaz Qureshi, all the way from Toronto, Canada, with today's episode of the Aijaz Qureshi Show. Today we have very special guest. She is an expert in speech therapy, and she's working hard towards helping the community who can speak better and communicate better. So today's topic is speech pathology and therapy and all things communication. How do we communicate? How do we talk to each other? How do we express what we have to say? How do we express our feelings in a nicer way, in a better way? For that, we have invited our esteemed guest today, Shafaq Hassan, all the way from London, UK. She is working hard over there. She is a bilingual speech therapist. She has a postgraduate degree from University College London with the distinction in clinical management. And her goal in life is to raise awareness about speech therapy, uh, ditch labels, and encourage people to get communication support as and when needed. That's really important. So sometimes what happens, we don't get the support, the right support, I would say, when we need it. And she's working hard towards that. And she brings diversity in her profession, and it's really important. And she is very proud of what she is doing. Let's welcome our guest to the show, Shafaq Hassan. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Thank
Walaikum
you, Mr.
assalam.
Qureshi, for inviting me.
Thank you so
Big
much for your
salams to
time.
all the
I know we have
viewers.
been working on this for a long time, and finally it materialized. I'm happy to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time. Um,
Thank you.
we are barely live, and we have comments now. And Waleed Ahmed Khan is a great friend of mine saying interesting. Salam. Thank you so much. So nice of you, Mr. Waleed. So going back to the show, let me take you back down the memory lane, Shafaq. Um, what is the first memory of your childhood that you recall when you were like 5, 6 years, 7 years old?
First memory of childhood.
Yep.
Gosh, I'll take you back to I'll give you a bit of background to my childhood days, Mr. Qureshi. I was 4 years old when I moved to India
Uh-huh.
with my parents. So
Okay.
first memory to India ka hoga, and met lots of people. Multicultural tha bahut community hamara.
ठीक है.
After that, moved to Abu Dhabi, and we were
What
there
place in
for
India
10
did you
years.
live? कहाँ move हुई
We
आप?
were in Bombay and in New Delhi.
Bombay. Wow. Bombay and New Delhi. Both great places, great cities.
They were fantastic. So in school, मेरा first memory था. I was actually हमारा classroom जो था British school का.
Hmm.
It was really interesting because I studied with some amazing people. But I was a toddler then. Like I
अच्छा.
was काफी young थी ना.
Of course, of
Um,
course. काफी यंग थी से क्या मुराद है आपकी?
I must have been 7 years old. That's quite
ठीक
young.
ठीक
उसके
है.
बाद we moved to Abu Dhabi in the Middle East.
Okay.
And वहाँ के बहुत अच्छे memories हैं because we were in another national school. And वहाँ के जो students थे, class fellows, I'm still in touch with them.
Oh, really?
जी,
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
जी.
That's really amazing.
So
So,
that's where my journey started. And then coming back to London and getting back into the academic scene over here,
yeah.
led me to GCSEs, A levels, and then I got into university for speech sciences, which led to me graduating as a speech therapist.
Awesome. Awesome. So, were you a naughty girl or introvert, extrovert? What was, how was Shafaq
I
at that
I
time?
thought I was an introvert. From what people say, I was an extrovert. I was very
Oh, what?
social.
Oh, okay. So you had like different perspective. So you thought that you
जी
were
जी
completely introvert. लोगों ने कहा कि नहीं नहीं आप तो you're
नहीं नहीं
extrovert.
बहुत बहुत extrovert, बहुत दोस्तबाज थी,
Bored. हाँ.
which is interesting. I thought
अच्छा.
मैं बहुत shy सी लड़की थी.
अच्छा. अच्छा. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. मरियम रशीद हमारे साथ हैं, कह रही हैं अस्सलाम वालेकुम. वालेकुम सलाम मरियम. थैंक यू सो मच. बहुत शुक्रिया आपका शो पर आने का. और हम बात कर रहे हैं इस वक्त जनाब शफक हसन साहिबा से ऑल द वे फ्रॉम यूके. चले जनाब बात करते हैं जो आपकी एक्सपर्टीज है, आपकी एजुकेशन है स्पीच लैंग्वेज थेरेपी की. और आई रियलाइज द पावर ऑफ SLP because my wife has a condition where we have to talk to the SLPs every now and then, and I really admire what they do in the community and society, to be honest. So let's talk about what is a speech pathology as a profession or as a term for those people who don't understand, because not everybody in their lives get used to connect with the speech pathologist or know about what the speech pathology is. So let's
Absolutely,
define
sir.
what it is and what it entails in a nutshell.
So speech and language therapy is a huge field, ठीक until recently, it wasn't very popular. It wasn't very well known about. So speech and language therapists assess people who have communication disorders and communication breakdown in the community. And children can have speech difficulties. They can be born with it. For example, I'll just give you an example, so it just helps understand and visualize.
Mhm.
आजकल you hear the terms autism, you hear the
Autism,
terms Down syndrome.
जी,
ठीक
बिल्कुल.
है? And adults may you will hear stroke.
Hmm.
So speech pathologists basically, right? America may Canada may call them speech pathologists. We assess and we identify, what therapy techniques that we can
Can be done.
use
बिल्कुल,
to help
बिल्कुल,
people with communication breakdown.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. अच्छा, I understand कि जिनको stroke हुआ उनको कुछ speech की problem हो जाती because it affects things. What about stuttering and जो तुतलाहट और हकलाहट जो है,
जी,
do you help on those things as well? Because lots of people have that kind of thing. And is
definitely.
it a temporary condition or is it a tutlahat? या जो हकलाहट है क्या temporary condition होती है? It is permanent and
It depends, Mr. Qureshi. I'm glad you brought that up because recently, just last week, I went. It was International Stammering Day,
अच्छा.
and at my university, a colleague of mine had hosted an event where people who stammer, they spoke firsthand about their experiences. Basically, it's a disorder, and the thing about stammering is that we can help ease the situation. किसी का
Hmm.
होता है कि बच्चों जैसे if it develops in childhood, it resolves by itself. And if it does not resolve by itself, then as speech therapists, we work with them during as they grow old, as and when they need support. Because sometimes it improves, and sometimes it becomes worse. Sometimes
Hmm.
it's just there, and you have to learn to accept it
Have to accept
and
it.
speak with confidence, knowing you stammer and how you can best manage the situation.
So if a person with these conditions have to accept it, what role these speech language pathologists play, or there should be a psychiatrist or psychologist to deal with this situation? Where is the dividing
Nay,
line?
the first thing that's really important as a speech therapist, the message to get across is every person is different. ठीक है?
बिल्कुल.
Every child is different, every person is different, though every stammer is different, ठीक है? But there are certain techniques which will help people who stammer articulate what they
ठीक.
want to say and how they want to say it. And
हम्म.
speech therapist का जहाँ तक ताल्लुक है ना, we can help give them the confidence and the strategies and
ठीक.
techniques which will help them stammer easily, more easily, so that their fluency improves.
Oh, I see what you're saying. अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक है.
जी.
So I have noticed that you guys are really, really organized, very well organized. The SLP that we deal with, they have all these charts and with the diagrams and things like that, and then we follow those things, and it's really very organized discipline. I would say very organized.
I think as a health professional, everyone has their own strategies and they develop their own ways of working. I mean, doctors be health professional, everyone just needs to work in harmony and be able to convey information to lay people as well as to each other, to colleagues. तो हमारा जो assessment style होता है, like for example, if I get a client, I work privately in London. So if I get a client, I have my whole portfolio of how I assess them, determine कि वहाँ पे बच्चे का या adult का breakdown कहाँ हो रहा है and how they need
बिल्कुल,
help and how best I
बिल्कुल,
can help them. So
बिल्कुल,
everyone has their own resources, and we have our own therapy techniques of
बिल्कुल.
how to approach not a problem per se, but how to approach a client which suits them best, maximize their potential is what we like to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I found all the SLPs that we deal with. We have dealt with many related to my wife issues, and we have been very impressed. And
अच्छा.
they're really really great professionals. So let's take some comments and then we'll dig into the show. Waleed Ahmed Khan is saying interesting. Salam. Mariam Rashid is saying Assalamu alaikum. Then saying Mariam Rashid. जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल पहचान गए जनाब आप Mariam Rashid ही हैं. Salman Ahmed is a great friend of mine from Toronto saying Assalamu alaikum Dr. Saab. Alaikum assalam sir. बिल्कुल. हमारे मेहमान नाराज हो जाएंगे अगर आप उनको सलाम नहीं करेंगे सलमान भाई. वलीद अहमद खान भाई कह रहे हैं कि स्पीच थेरेपी शुड बी पार्ट ऑफ स्कूल करिकुलम नॉर्मल पीपल नीड इट टू. क्या कहेंगे आप इस पे?
That's interesting.
है ना?
That's interesting because I'm not sure which perspective he's speaking from, but it's true. Speech therapy helps people who have a communication breakdown. It might be that, like you're saying, they might be stuttering, stammering, not understanding
No, I
what
think he's
they
saying
say.
apart from those. I mean, leaving those people alone. I mean, he's not talking about those. He's saying that as a general, for everybody, there should be a speech therapy class. So how to talk. I think he's coming from the manner side, that what manners and things like that, right? Etiquettes
I
and
think I think that's more elocution lessons
yeah,
के बच्चे और कैसे
हाँ,
बात करें
हाँ,
public speaking या
exactly.
assemblies में. It's slightly different because speech
It is
sciences
different.
is a clinical science.
Yes.
So हमें in the UK it's like you can be referred to a speech therapist by a doctor
हाँ,
because they feel that a child perhaps has speech or language delay or
हाँ,
articulatory difficulties.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
So it's slightly different.
हाँ. Don't you feel proud है कि हमें तो वो डॉक्टर जो है ना जब कहेगा they have to go see the doctor first and then doctor is going to say go talk to a speech pathologist and then you
Kind
come
of,
in.
yeah. Or they
है ना?
can self-refer as well. But we are one level side by side with doctors, so it's just
हाँ. ठीक है. Me,
Alhamdulillah.
I cannot call a speech language therapist here in SLP on my own. I have to get a
Okay.
referral from the doctor and then
Yeah.
they will come. Yeah. Okay. Walid Ahmed Khan is further adding, saying many people have soft conditions when it comes to pronunciations, enunciations, dictions, and general issues related to speech. What would you suggest people to practice to improve? A very good question. I think, can we hold on to this question and respond back when we have discussed? We barely touched our topic. We haven't even talked about the topic, right? Let's hold on to this, Waleed Saab, and I'll come back. I promise I'll come back to this question again. Arsala Ansari is our sister from all the way from Islamabad, saying salam. How are you? Walaikum assalam. I'm good. And mashallah से शफक हसन भी देखें आप हट्टी कट्टी लग रही हैं.
Alhamdulillah.
Waleed Ahmed Khan, how is the speech pathology different than vocal coach? हम इस पे भी आते हैं और हम थोड़ी सी देर में इन तमाम सवालों का जवाब देंगे. और सलमान भाई कह रहे हैं कि आई मेंट टू से अस्सलाम वालेकुम both of you. जी बिल्कुल, I understand. I was just, that was like lighter side, Salman bhai. And Shafaq, yes, it's an excellent topic you are discussing. Thank you so much, Salman bhai. So nice of you. So let's go back to our topic, which is speech pathology and therapy and all things communication. How do we communicate? As I in the beginning of the show, I said, how do we communicate? Everyone has a different style of communication. How should we be communicating? So we talked about what is the speech pathology and what it deals with, but what are the different therapies and things like that? So we'll talk about that with Shafaq. So Shafaq, go ahead, then let's delve into or dive into our
Yeah,
topic.
viewers and Dr. Qureshi, I mean, you might already know because you're saying you've had first-hand experience with speech therapists. Speech therapists, लोग का जो काम होता है ना, it's a huge remit, basically, right? So what we work with is we work with communication difficulties, speech difficulties, language difficulties. We work with swallowing difficulties. We have a separate branch which is voice pathology, which is what I've done my master's in voice pathology.
Mm-hmm.
तो उसमें मुझे clinical management में I got a distinction for my master's.
Oh wow.
So Alhamdulillah, speech therapist, just like any medical profession, we can specialize in the area of our choice. Like per se, I've specialized in voice pathology, and voice pathology is not just vocal. It's not about vocal coaching in the sense that it's not how you speak. It's more a matter of clinically finding out if a person, for example, हमारे community में, you will find elders suddenly have a voice problem. ठीक है? You will find कि teenagers जो लड़के होते हैं, their voice doesn't break properly. ठीक
Mm-hmm.
है,
Mm-hmm.
puberphonia is what we call it. So lots of people go through voice changes in their lifetime, and because there's lack of knowledge and lack of experience, so people often find they're very isolated and frustrated.
Absolutely.
So that's one of my life goals basically, is to raise awareness of the various issues which can affect communication, which is from the left side of your brain basically, which is
Mm-hmm.
associated from the left side of your brain. So when a person has a stroke, for example, right, if you have a blood clot which damages the cells on the left side of your brain, it can cause paralysis down
True.
down half the side of a body, and
Absolutely.
that often affects swallowing and it affects your speech, because
Mm.
आपको vocal fold जो होता है left side का वो भी paralyze हो जाता है, तो
बिल्कुल.
swallow effect होता है, speech effect होता है.
Swallow
And
effect होता है
as
बिल्कुल.
as a, as a professional, as a health professional, it's I think it's imperative on us to raise awareness in our community कि
Mm.
speech difficulties होता है, swallowing difficulties होता है, voice difficulties होता है, and it's our responsibility to support such people rather than
Absolutely.
कि वो अकेले हों, they don't know where to get help from. And
Mm. Mm.
हमारे community members ना who are not exposed to these difficulties, they
Mm.
find it hard to accept, and they find it hard to provide support for such people.
True. True.
So as
It's all
members
about
of the community,
awareness. बिल्कुल. It's all about
exactly,
awareness. अगर हमें किसी चीज का पता नहीं है तो चीजें हमें पता ही नहीं चलती and they start getting worse and worse.
exactly.
हाँ.
So the way you're doing the show, Mr. Qureshi, it's like a brilliant platform because you're reaching so many viewers and you're sharing information in so many different, specialities. You're raising awareness. Like I've seen other shows of yours, mashallah,
Thank you so
and
much.
you're doing a great job raising awareness. So it's a brilliant platform to reach out to people who can learn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This show is, we don't talk politics. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about controversial issues. It's all
Brilliant.
about empowerment and spreading, peace and love and education throughout.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for appreciating the work that we are doing here. And Salman Bhai saying, we were also referred to as speech therapist by our family doctor when our little one was delayed in speaking. Yes, it happens exactly. My granddaughter, who we celebrated yesterday, her 8th birthday, she had speaking difficulties, language difficulties. She delayed in her speaking, and so we had to deal with the SLPs there. Thank you so much
Right.
for that, Salman Bhai. Haram is a clinical psychologist all the way from Karachi. Great person. We have done a couple of shows with her. She's saying a much needed topic these days as it increasing at alarming level. Yes, it is. Due to excessive screen time and reduced sexual interaction. Absolutely. Now, how do you relate that to what we are trying to communicate? Would you say something, because kids are now spending more time and they are not communicating as they were supposed to or they used to. Like in our ages, we didn't have these video games, right? All we had were books and magazines or the family time. We would sit and chit chat, and now people sitting next to each other, they're texting each other and not actually talking. I quoted, I think, in one of my shows, we had a guest coming to our place. We were sitting, so it was a mom and her, I think, a 13, 14-year-old daughter. They were sitting
Okay.
next to each other, and I was discussing something with her mom. And then suddenly, mom's phone rang, and she picked up the phone and saw it and said, turned toward her daughter and said, "Yeah, we'll go." And I said, "What happened? What's going on?" She said, "Oh, she texted me that, okay, mom, it's time to go."
Oh, bless.
And
She's
I
being
mean,
very discreet about it, Mr.
it
Qureshi.
took, I mean, this kid, what is, I mean, come on. She could have said, I mean, she's sitting next to her and she could have said,
Uh,
"Excuse me, mama, and can we go?" or something like that. But I'm saying this technology, what Haram is trying to mention here, it's taking away our normal human being kind of human factor. Would you agree?
Ume Haram ka point bahut acha hai. And what you said, Mr. Qureshi, is really interesting. From my perspective, I'd have to say that there should be a balance. You can't, because in the day and age that we're living, you cannot take gadgets away, right? But as parents, as guardians, we have to have a balance, because it is delaying, it is promoting, it is basically delaying language development and speech development to a certain extent when kids are overusing their gadgets. Okay? The pro side of it is that kids are learning a lot from social media as well. Okay? Magar the thing is that if a child is experiencing delay, speech delay, language delay, then I think you need to find out what the etiology of that is clinically. Okay?
Mhm.
I wouldn't suggest that you just leave the child with a gadget for long hours, and कि parent कुछ कर रहा है अपने mobile पे, and the child is just given a tablet, and it's like a babysitter per se, if you know
हाँ,
what I
नहीं
mean.
नहीं, मैंने ये देखा है कि when mom is busy in the kitchen or doing house chores, she would give the phone or the tablet to the kids, and
Yeah.
they are, you know, even they have turned on the child mode onto those so they can run applications. But at times I have seen that those children know their way to get into the non-kids applications. You
Bilkul,
know,
that's true. You have to be very careful.
very, very careful.
You have to be
Yes,
very careful, but because I have a 12-year-old, and Alhamdulillah, I just like he's very IT aware,
right.
and if I get stuck, for example, I'm
Uh,
just like he's the person I call, and he's the lifeline for
He's a
me.
go-to person. He's a go-to person. That's right.
He's brilliant because he knows all this, and he knows like aapne jaisa, how to set up a live stream, for example. He knew it before me, so I was just like, wow. So he's like
So,
my
so
my savior, guardian
thank you
angel in
goes
that
to him as
sense.
well. Thank you, thank you. So Umayram
He's really
said due to excessive screen time. So
Yeah,
she's
excessive screen
accepting
time is
that
definitely something
excessive.
you want to
Yeah,
avoid.
yeah. There has to be a limit to that.
Yeah.
And the next comment is from Walid Ahmed Khan saying, "Sir, not talking about politics is political too." चलें ठीक है जी मान लिया चलें तो when we talk about all things communication, um, the SLPs they come in and they give instructions and examine and all that. Do you think that this is the profession which is lacking people, or do you think that it is uh, fairly populated profession, or why people should adopt this profession?
Mr. Qureshi, thank you for that question because it relates very directly to me. यहाँ पे in the UK, it's very underrepresented by Asian minorities. ठीक है, Pakistani, Desi, जो ethnic minority हैं, diversity are not represented in our profession.
Mhm.
Pakistan mein, I'm very, very happy to say that they're doing some brilliant work. It's rising. It's not there yet, but it's rising. People are doing amazing work in developing specialities in speech
Mashallah,
pathology and speech
mashallah.
therapy, and the centers for autism. And just a Facebook page, you follow groups. I follow their groups, and I'm well aware that they're trying very hard, but they do need people to come from abroad with the cutting edge research jo hai, and
Hmm.
share that with the people over there and train them. So it's
True.
brilliant. And the thing is that it's such a new profession now. It's like only people who have been affected by communication difficulty
They
firsthand
would know
will.
about this profession. Otherwise, I mean, before my wife got, this condition, I had no clue what the SLP was.
Absolutely, I can
Yeah,
totally understand that.
no, you're right. You're right. Exactly.
So हमारा
So,
हमारा
where are we lacking about the education or awareness about this profession so that people can go to these people or professionals if they see a condition? There should be more
we need to
awareness
raise awareness
session,
about
right?
these conditions. Just as stammer awareness day tha. People who stammer obviously are aware of these things, but they still don't know where to get help.
No, no, but they have the condition. They already have the condition, so they're looking for a solution towards their condition. I'm talking about
जी,
normal people. I mean, general public. As a general public, when my wife did not have that condition, we had no
yeah,
clue what the SLP was.
yeah.
Do you think is that right, or should we make that awareness in the society and tell people that, hey guys, this is a profession. Here is the expert to go to. If you see these, situations or conditions, you have to approach an SLP.
I think it's a bottom-up approach that we have to take, as well as educating our kids, because when kids go to school, they will see other children with special needs,
Hmm.
and the parents have to train the children. कि, ungli nahi uthana hai, don't point, don't
How to
stare,
deal
don't
with, yeah,
laugh.
absolutely,
है ना?
yes, exactly.
So people, their children in wheelchairs, their children who have dyspraxia, dyslexia, lots of conditions, है ना? Which
Mm-hmm.
school में children are coming to school with special needs, no?
True,
And
true, true.
and I think it's education, education at a very large level, which should incorporate, like one of your viewers said, कि school में सिखाना चाहिए, but
सिखाना
you
चाहिए
shouldn't
जी.
have a speech therapist just for normally speaking children. You should have awareness programs.
Exactly. वो यही वलीद खान, Waleed Ahmed Khan, he's very great viewer, comments very well, and
Uh-huh.
that's what he suggested. He said that there is a where is Waleed's comment? Yeah, here. No, नहीं ये नहीं है. नहीं ये भी नहीं है. Okay, I lost that comment, but anyways, लेकिन उन्होंने ये कहा था कि that should be taught in the schools. बिल्कुल,
Yeah.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
Yeah, so I agree.
Go for it.
No, I totally agree. Case schools may at universities, for example, when when you have I don't know how the system works in Canada and the USA, but यहाँ पे जब open days होता है, तो A levels के बाद children students are wondering कि which career path to choose, and I think it's really important for speech therapists and health professionals to come out there and to speak to these individuals so that they know that there's another option out there. हमारे यहाँ typically होता है ना, become a lawyer, become a doctor, become an engineer. Three
हम्म.
key career pathways that
बस
people go down.
बिल्कुल जी. डॉक्टर इंजीनियर पहले होता था, लॉयर तो अब ऐड हुआ है जब उन्हें लोगों को पता चला है कि ये बड़े पैसे कमाते हैं.
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Well, speech therapist भी कमा सकते हैं अब. So everyone should be speech therapist now.
नहीं, I didn't mean to left you alone, but again, वही है कि lawyer जो है वो, I know lawyers. I used to work for a lawyer firm. I worked for them for 5 years, and I know a few lawyers who made $3-4 million in the U.S. So yeah,
Yeah, I can
every
imagine.
year, every single year, they would make. They were top-notch lawyers that we had. We had
In
about
that bracket
1,500
now.
lawyers, and yeah, amazing, great. Anything else we left on the topic that you had to talk about, Shafaq, or should we move to the next segment of our program?
It's up to you. It's up to you, sir.
No, if something you wanted to talk and you wanted to share that we haven't, so please, this is your time.
I just wanted to share with your viewers that speech therapy is a brilliant profession. मगर हमारा role जो है, we should encourage our daughters and our sons to explore this profession as well. And given we have a platform to educate our youngsters and to educate the general public about speech communication difficulties, we should be soft towards people. We should be kind towards people and supportive towards people who are
Absolutely.
encountering such
Yes.
major
Such
changes or
difficulties.
difficulties in their life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. कभी कभार होता है कि I don't know if it is intentional or unintentional, हम लोग उनका मजाक उड़ाना शुरू हो जाते हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
अक्सर आपने देखा होगा कि जो comedians हैं, they pick on them. That's not a good way of doing comedy. Even on the lighter side, that may impact them, that may affect their feelings. So
Of
I think we
course.
should try hard not to, exploit their feelings
Of
and
course.
things like that, even in comedy.
बिल्कुल. And like I mentioned to you earlier, ditch the label. It's like आप label करके, आप like you're saying, you're taunting someone कि ओ उसका दिमाग खराब है, ओ वो हिकलाता है.
No,
It's it's
exactly.
it's not fair.
It's not fair. Yeah,
It
it's
it
not
hurts
fair.
people's feelings and it's not fair.
अल्लाह से डरें, अल्लाह से डरें.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
आप अल्लाह से डरें. किसी को कहेंगे तो खुदा ना खास्ता अगर कल आपके साथ हो गया तो क्या करेंगे, ये सोचें, हमेशा ये सोचें. बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. आपने जब डिच द लेबल कहा तो मैंने कहा कि शायद आप कह रही हैं कि टॉमी हिलफिगर और RW&Co और ये जो लेबल्स हैं उनको डिच करें एंड गो
नहीं
नो नेम.
नहीं
Just kidding.
sir.
Just kidding.
It was
Just
good
kidding.
guess though. Good guess. No,
Ditch the
it's
label.
ditch the label. It's
Ditch the
like
label.
don't label people के you
मेरे
know
लिए मेरे
and
लिए तो लेबल वही है ना, टॉमी हिलफिगर
हाँ
है और ये.
exactly बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. No, I
Just
can
kidding.
totally relate to that.
Zara and
Now
all
you know
that.
what I'm talking about.
Excuse me. अच्छा जी. तो सेलिब्रेशन आ गई जनाब. वलीद अहमद खान की तरफ से कह रहे हैं कि that's what I meant when I said to incorporate speech assessments in schools to help a student. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Thank you so much. फिर कह रहे हैं कि जी ट्रू सर एजाज साहब देयर इज इंडीड अ वर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ बुलिंग. बिल्कुल हाँ, बुलिंग में आ जाता है वो. एग्जैक्टली बिल्कुल बिल्कुल ठीक
बिल्कुल.
कह रहे हैं. चलें जनाब, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर bringing up that subject. And I think we have to really create awareness that help is available. Don't
जी.
hesitate. If your loved one, whoever that person is, be your child, be your friend, be your relative, even be it somebody who you don't know and you see them in a condition, talk to them and help them and ask them. It's a very simple question that you have to ask them, that have you consulted an SLP, a speech language therapist?
Mhm.
And that's all. If they say no, help them to find one and let them go to them. So I think that is the best we can do to our loved ones or our friends. Great. नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट जो है हमारा वो है शफक हसन साहिबा. वो है यू एंड क्यू. यू एंड क्यू, मी कुरैशी. ठीक है.
Okay.
इसमें दो सेगमेंट्स होते हैं इसके अंदर. एक होता है मैं आपसे दो सवाल पूछूंगा. ठीक
Okay.
है. और उनके मल्टीपल चॉइस आंसर्स होंगे. यू हैव टू पिक वन ऑफ दोस. ठीक है.
Oh my God. Okay.
और एक है रैपिड फायर. व्हेन I'll give you words and then first thing that comes to your
Oh my
mind
God, you're
आपने वो.
putting me on the spot here.
Absolutely I am.
Wow. I didn't
ठीक
see
है.
this coming.
I don't tell normally. This is a surprise segment we have created in our show.
Brilliant. I hope I do. I hope your viewers can help me.
Nobody can help you. It's just you.
It's just me. ठीक है.
Okay.
Sure, let's
Which
see
one
how
first?
this goes.
Multiple choice first या rapid fire first? Multiple choice कर लें पहले.
God, multiple choice करते हैं. Safer.
ठीक है. ठीक है. सेफर है. अच्छा, कुछ कमेंट्स फिर आ गए हैं जनाब. मैं आपके कमेंट लेता हूँ जी अभी. वलीद भाई, गिव मी 1 सेकंड. मैं इनके साथ जरा ये खेल लूँ, फिर कमेंट लेता हूँ. Consider, Shafaq, you are signed up as a heroine in a film. ठीक है? You're signed up
I
as a
wouldn't mind that.
you wouldn't mind. Of course I wouldn't mind that. Right. Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
You have to pick a hero beside you. I'm not sure how much Pakistani movies or Pakistani dramas you
Oh
watch
God.
or you're aware of, but again, here are a few names that you have to pick. You might recall somebody, one of them. There are 5 options. One is you have to pick a hero who will work beside you in that film, in that
Okay.
movie. Fawad Khan. Number 2 is Hamza Ali Abbasi. Number 3 is Ahsan Khan.
Oh.
Number 4 is Imran Abbas. And number 5 is
Oh, I don't
Faisal
know who that
Qureshi.
is.
Faisal Qureshi.
Faisal Qureshi. अच्छा.
इनमें से कोई नाम आपको याद आता है?
I know Fawad Khan. I know Abbasi. ऐसन भी पता है मुझे कौन है.
ठीक है.
Fourth वाला कौन था?
Fourth वाला था Imran Abbas.
I
The
don't know who
cute
that
one.
is.
The cute one. You have to
He's a
find
cute
out.
one.
You have...
I think
Hi.
I would like to ask each of them if they
Hi.
would like to act with
No,
me.
you
They
said
all
hi.
sound amazing.
You should have said hi. How can I miss him?
That's hilarious. I would like to work with all of them. Hit पे hit होगा.
नहीं, एक पिक करना है आपको. एक पिक करना है.
अरे यार, this is a very hard question.
है ना,
बेचारे
मुश्किल
सभी
है ना.
बहुत अच्छे हैं.
सब बहुत
अभी
अच्छे हैं ना.
ये जो अब्बासी, isn't he doing the drama right now called Alif?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's very good. उसकी शादी की फोटोज देखी है मैंने, so I can't choose him. He's got a very beautiful wife.
No, you can still choose him. It's okay. इस्लाम में 4
I would
जायज
go
हैं.
for number 1, Fawad Khan. Yeah.
फवाद खान. चलें, ठीक है. थैंक यू
जी.
सो मच. अब वही हीरोइन हैं आप ऑलरेडी. अब आपको अपनी साइड हीरोइन आपको पिक करनी है. I'll give you
Oh
5
wow.
names. हाँ, exactly. See, liberty है ना,
ठीक
मजे
है.
हैं.
ठीक है.
Excuse me. Number 1 है सनम बलोच.
Oh, okay.
Number 2 है मावरा.
I don't know
Number
who that
3
is.
है माहिरा खान.
Mahira Khan.
Number 4 है सबा कमर. और नंबर 5 हैं महविश हयात खान। इनमें से एक पिक
अच्छा,
करनी है आपको साइड रोल के लिए।
महविश हयात खान.
Hmm.
They're all brilliant actresses, I have to say. I
You're
don't know
not a
number two
politician,
that
are
well.
you?
G?
You're not a politician, are you?
No, I'm not a politician,
You're
but they
not,
are
but
brilliant actresses.
you're
I've seen
trying to make
dramas of
everyone
most of them.
happy. I can see that. That's what politicians do, right? They try to make everyone
I
happy.
wonder which one would want to work with me.
No, no,
You
no.
know who?
It's
Sabah
who you
Kamar would be
want.
my girl.
No, 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 no. Wrong point of view. It's you who have to work with these, not they. They have to work with you, or they
I'm
like to
sure
work
they're
with
all so professional. पता है, they all sound amazing. But
you.
मेरी choice पता है कौन है? सबा
कौन है?
कमर.
सबा कमर.
सबा
Good.
कमर. Yeah.
चलें, ठीक है. अच्छा, वैसे this is amazing, and this is just a game, you know. But when I ask this question and people give me Saba Kamar, I see 90% of my guests, they come up with Saba Kamar.
Oh,
Can you believe
really?
that? Can you believe that? I mean, it's such amazing that kudos to Saba Kamar that she is really
You know,
working.
आपको पता है क्यों? Because she plays very strong women or roles.
Bilkul, bilkul. I think the credit goes to the writers as well because they write her a powerful role, and I think
Yeah,
her delivery, her acting style is so amazing that really she fits into these difficult roles so easily,
she does.
and she's a brilliant actor. I like her.
She does.
There were
सनम
yeah,
बलोच भी बहुत अच्छी है. मायरा खान भी बहुत अच्छी है. She speaks really well. I
there were
like
two
Mahira's
sisters.
voice.
You remember Sabah? There used to be Sabah Hamid and Huma Hamid. You know,
Um,
they were two sisters, and
अच्छा.
then she turned into Sabah Kamar, and yes,
Oh,
yeah, I go back and
अच्छा.
I have followed them for a long
अच्छा, I
time.
didn't know that.
Uh, this is how I grew my great. Thank you. अच्छा जी, रैपिड फायर पे हम अभी आते हैं. कमेंट्स मुस्तकिल आ रहे हैं. I'll come back to your comments once I finish this segment. Friends, ready हैं आप?
जी.
First thing that comes to your mind, you have to say no censor. Okay, no censor, nothing. पहली चीज. नंबर 1, घर.
अम्मी.
अम्मी. ठीक है. अच्छा, किसी में मैं पूछ भी सकता हूँ कि क्यों. ठीक है ना. चाय.
चाय. मिठाई.
मिठाई, चाय और मिठाई, अरे वाह क्या बात
Oh,
है.
yes.
अच्छा. हवा.
हवा, पानी.
हवा और पानी, अच्छा ठीक है. घोड़ा.
गाड़ी.
घोड़ा गाड़ी, अच्छा ठीक है. पहाड़.
पहाड़, माउंट ओहद.
माउंट, क्या बात है, क्या बात है. बिरयानी.
बिरयानी. Ayan, my son. He loves biryani.
जैसी बिरयानी आई फौरन अयान जहन में आया. फूल.
फूल, गुलाब.
गुलाब का फूल, क्या बात है जनाब. और चमचा.
Oh God, you know what came to mind? चमचा. किसी का चमचा होता है ना कोई? That came to mind.
ठीक, ठीक है, ठीक है, बिल्कुल ठीक है. अच्छी बात है, बुरी बात है.
दोनों.
दोनों, अच्छा भी हो सकता है, बुरा भी हो सकता है, ठीक है.
हाँ.
अच्छा, दोस्त.
दोस्त, अम्मी again.
अम्मी अगेन. अम्मी ट्वाइस हो गई है,
Parents
मैं भी
actually.
पूछूंगा. अम्मी ट्वाइस हो गई है, मैं भी पूछूंगा, ठीक है ना.
दोस्त, parents. अम्मी अब्बू
दोस्त
दोनों.
पेरेंट्स, अम्मी अब्बू दोनों, क्या बात है. शुक्र है अब्बू को ऐड कर दिया आपने, वरना अभी आपकी खबर लेने वाले थे अब्बू
I
आपके.
played it safe.
हाँ, एग्जैक्ट, फौरन आपने जो है ना, आपने पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट दी. पड़ोसन.
पड़ोसन, Sophie. She's a very good neighbor.
क्या बात है. अच्छा, पता है क्या है? पड़ोसन के लफ्ज में मैं एक ऐड करना चाहूंगा, पाकिस्तानी पड़ोसन.
Oh, Pakistani पड़ोसन. That's difficult. I don't have one. I don't have a Pakistani पड़ोसन. ढूंढना पड़ेगा
ठीक,
किसी को.
चलिए ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वर्ड है मोहब्बत.
Family.
फैमिली. अगला वर्ड है उल्लू.
उल्लू. मैं उल्लू नहीं बन जाऊं कभी लाइफ में.
कभी लाइफ में उल्लू ना बन जाए, ये बहुत फिक्र रहती
हाँ.
है आपको, बिल्कुल ठीक है. अगला लफ्ज है गधा.
गधा. Animals. You should be kind to animals.
काइंड टू एनिमल्स, ठीक है. सांवला.
Samla Solona.
सांवला सला.
Vital signs. Junaid Jamshed.
Samli Saloni.
Samni Saloni rather. That
Samli
was the
Saloni.
song.
नहीं Samla Saloni, नहीं Samli Saloni.
Samni Saloni.
हाँ बिल्कुल ठीक है. सास.
Saas Bahu.
सास के साथ बहू. ठीक है जी. अगला लफ्ज है चालाकी.
सबको चालाक होना चाहिए दुनिया में.
सबको चालाक होना चाहिए.
Hmm.
फिर है ड्राइवर.
Driver. I wish I had one.
You wish you had one. ठीक है. अगला लफ्ज है दिल.
Dil. Keep your dil saaf.
कीप योर दिल साफ. और लास्ट है पाकिस्तान.
Zindabad.
जिंदाबाद. क्या बात है. So that was UNQ. I hope you enjoyed it. I
Loved it.
enjoy it too. I mean, this is something I really love talking about. अच्छा
Thank
जी.
you.
थैंक यू सो मच. अच्छा जी, अब कमेंट्स की तरफ चलते हैं जनाब. बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आ गए थे और ये वाला कमेंट मैंने लास्ट किया था. थैंक यू सो मच जनाब. वलीद भाई फिर कह रहे हैं कि जी many people face speech issues after side effects of psychiatry meds. They start biting their tongues and sleep and things like that. हाँ बिल्कुल ये होता है क्योंकि जो साइकेट्री की जो मेडिकेशंस होती हैं दे रिलैक्स योर मसल्स एंड यू कैंट रियली कंट्रोल देम. आई थिंक. क्या कहेंगी आप इस पे, कुछ कहेंगी?
नहीं, I agree. It's really dangerous because tongue जो muscle है, it's the strongest muscle of the body. I've lost you, sir. Tongue is the strongest muscle of the
I'm
body.
here.
Yes,
I'm
there you
always
are.
here. I'm always here.
I lost you there for a minute. तो
There's
tongue
some
जो है ना, जैसे
yeah.
seizure भी होता है ना, तो you have to be very careful that the person does not swallow their own tongue. ठीक है? So the tongue is a very important muscle of the body. ठीक है, बहुत स्ट्रांग है. उससे बात करने से भी यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल विद योर टंग बिकॉज आप किसी का दिल नहीं तोड़ दे. और ये सब मेडिकेशंस का जो साइड इफेक्ट होता है कि इन योर स्लीप इफ यू मे बाइट योर टंग, इट्स डेंजरस. यू हैव टू बी रियली केयरफुल, वेरी अलर्ट अबाउट दीस थिंग्स.
बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली. थैंक यू सो मच. और कह रहे हैं कि दस अफेक्टिंग स्पीच, उसी से कंटिन्यूड कमेंट है. बिल्कुल थैंक यू सो मच. फिर कह रहे हैं अमीर खुसरो स्पेशली फोकस्ड ऑन डिवाइसिंग अ स्पीच थेरेप्यूटिक पोएट्री to help suffer in speech flow. I don't remember it completely, but it goes like as Sham, Shamaki, Shamak. I can't even read it.
It's like a tongue twister. Gee,
Tongue
I
twister, हाँ
agree. I agree
हाँ.
with this gentleman. कि
क्या
tongue
बात है.
twisters जो होते हैं poetry are very very important for fluency of speech. They help you articulate words better and clearly, and they help you understand. By hearing is really important for speech, right? So if you can auditorily distinguish between the sounds and be able to say them clearly, it's really really important for your brain development.
Very good. Exercise for me for the rest of the day today is I'm going to bring this comment on the screen. I'm going to pause it and then I'm going to practice this. Waleed bhai, I
Besides the
promise you.
tongue twister.
Waleed bhai is adding Phir Nasiruddin late has a very interesting talk on the subject. Exactly. Thank you so much. Masood Kasmi Sahab is with us saying, sir, you're an amazing person. Thank you so much. So nice of you. I remain humbled. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm nothing. Hina Sohail is our friend. She's saying, wow, nice talk. Thank you so much, Hina, for hopping on the show. Appreciate it. Masood Kasmi saying, sister, very good answer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. सलमान भाई कह रहे हैं कि जी नाइस आंसर्स. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सो मच. आई होप यू लाइक दिस सेगमेंट ऑफ द शो सलमान भाई. थैंक यू सो मच. मसूद कासमी भाई फिर कह रहे हैं कि सिस्टर वेरी गुड आंसर. सर व्हाट्स हर नेम? ओके, दिस इज माय नेम and this is her name, Shafaq Hassan. She's all the way from London, UK. Shafaq, so the show is coming towards its end. We have taken all the comments and we have played our UNQ segment as well. What's your final message related to today's topic?
Final message of the day. It's Mr. Qureshi, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Viewers, please keep
This is
following
unpaid,
Mr.
guys. Friends, this is totally unpaid, okay?
बिल्कुल, nothing, no instructions from Mr. Qureshi. These are my words. ठीक है, my words. और मैं ये बस कहना चाहती हूँ, guys, keep an open mind, keep learning. Allah ने कहा है, keep learning. Whichever part of the world you're from, keep educating yourselves and your children. Daughters को educate करिए, sons को educate करिए. Pursue education. Have an open mind towards people who have special needs. They need your
Absolutely.
support. Okay, and if you have any questions, please get in touch with me. I'm a private speech therapist in London, and I love my profession, and I love raising awareness, and I love supporting each other.
Awesome. Thank you so much for such a wonderful message, Shafaq. On
Thank you.
behalf of Dreams Television, the Aijaz Qureshi Show, myself, my entire team who helps me to run this show, plus all the viewers who have come online, watch you live, commented, questioned, or will be watching this show according to their local time zones and will be commenting. Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoy talking to you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
keep raising the awareness. Thank you so much.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, friends, that was Shafaq Hassan all the way from London, UK, and we talked about the speech pathology, what is speech pathology, and how the therapy can really do wonders and magic for those people who are being affected by such conditions. Thank you so much for watching the show. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.